test and retest, okay? By selectively introducing a genetically altered virus and testing it on a specific subject group, they can tell if there's a natural resistance that they didn't anticipate. You see, Alex, 80% death isn't enough. 90% certainly isn't good enough. They want 100% lethal dose or lethal kill
So
ratio.
this is wargaming, the response, the propaganda, all of it. I agree. That's how they operate. And then you have, look, the final piece is Baxter, the company involved with Bayer, knowingly shipping out HIV and hepatitis to over 1 million people in the Factor VIII vaccines. That is on record. That is on record, mainstream news. Just Google Factor VIII, folks. It'll blow you away. MSNBC, AP, knowingly. And they just say, oh, we knowingly did it, and they're still in business. Now they get caught mixing live bird flu with the vaccine stocks in Europe, and now the UN chooses them to make the vaccine for that. I mean, how would you trust these people to clean toilets, much less be making the vaccine?
I wouldn't, but remember this, Janet Napolitano declared a health emergency. And remember, Alex, when you and I were beating the drum on them, what was it, the Medical Emergency Health Powers Act or something, MEPA, M-E-H-P-A? I think everybody better go Google that. And the thing is, I may have a couple of the initials backwards or something, but basically it gives, under a health emergency, this is the prima facie cause for the declaration of martial law. You don't take the vaccine, you go into the camps. I'm telling you, this is...
No. I mean, Steve, you're right. They have always drilled and trained on record that they're going to lock down, do forced inoculations. They've trained the clergy response teams. The first thing is tell the people that's of the Lord to take the shots, go to the camps to turn their guns in. They have drilled the whole martial law architecture, not around fighting al-Qaeda, but around confiscating guns during a breakdown of society, during forced inoculations. You're absolutely right, and I just hope this isn't the big one.
Well, I believe it's a big one, and you said a powerful statement. These doctors, especially the gentleman you're quoting in the University of Texas, remember this, a doctor is trained with one twist of the scalpel one way to cure, with a twist of the scalpel the other way, it kills, or he or they kill. Look at the greatest mass murders in history, Alex, and besides, of course, the Aztecs and others, but the thing is that they're doctors, obviously Dr. Mengele, obviously Dr. Ishii of World War II fame, and it's fascinating. When you even take the higher-ups of al-Qaeda, they're doctors, they're medical doctors. The point that I'm trying to make here is this, is that you have a group of sinister, sold out to Satan individuals that control the world's financial structure that now have been given the go-ahead to launch the destruction of the planetary population through all and every means.
Well, they're Luciferian witch doctors. It goes back to their original calling, the twin snakes.
Absolutely. And the point that people have to recognize is that if you don't act now, you'll be forced to react later. And I'm getting emails because I put out the red alert, or excuse me, orange alert. And by the way, can I make something clear? When I put out the red alert, and I don't know if you've heard about this, some people, I didn't call it that, but it'd be called the red screen of death. That means that you've got 2 weeks before the hammer falls. Don't dismiss my orange alert. It was right. I'm telling you, this weekend's going to get very, very problematic. And from that point forward, I can't say that, at what time, because I know the July date for the exercise of bringing in all the NATO troops. And Alex, no one will come clean with how many NATO troops are being brought into the country.
Oh my gosh, I forgot they're having a huge NATO drill in Mexico and Arizona. They're having FEMA drills all over the country set for next month. 4 pathogenous releases. I covered that last week when you were on and other shows. I'm starting to put all... This is very bizarre coincidence if it's not on purpose.
There are no coincidences, Alex.
In
this world.
In
Not in
politics,
the world that you and I discuss, there are no coincidences.
Well, certainly not in the world of politics, like Roosevelt said. If something happens, you can know it was planned that way in politics. And you put all of this together, it certainly is a very, very interesting time to be alive. Steve, I want to throw this out now. I have got a meeting I've got to go to in about 15 minutes after the show's over, but I promise to go to about 15 callers. If we give them each 1 minute when we come back, that would be 15 over into overdrive. Will you do a 15 minutes of overdrive with me?
Sure, I'll do whatever you want, because it's that important, Alex. Listen, Our days are numbered. Let me share this with you. Ladies and gentlemen, the warnings are only in effect until the events take place. When the events are taking place, the warnings cease. That's where I believe we are, Alex. We are now in the last bits of time that the mercy of the God of heaven is granting this nation, to actually pleading with this nation through you, me, others that are warning, but the point is the warnings are over. It's now implementation time. They don't get any more time. We are out of time. It's in effect now.
Wow, Steve, I never heard you really talk like this. And just last week you said an orange alert, in the next month they're going to drop the hammer. And I've never seen you do something like that. And then that's why I had you on today. And I'm going from memory, but it was either on your show last Thursday, Thursday before last, or that Monday 8 days ago that you did talk about flu being the issue. So we're going to come back and take calls, going to overdrive. Stay with us.
You are a rebel, admit it. You refuse to read the directions when assembling a new item. You won't ask for directions when you're lost. Once in a while, you drive in the carpool lane with only you in the car. Your neighbors call you a crackpot. And you can count your real friends on one hand. Well, join the club. Einstein failed math, quit school, and his rebel ideas led to some of the world's most amazing discoveries. Edison rebelled against the dark, failed over 1,000 times, then invented the light bulb. George Washington rebelled against an entire country and led the creation of a new one. Now, Alex Jones is working to save that very country. So go ahead, be a rebel. Put in a food supply from efoodsdirect.com. Everyone will realize you were not a nutcase after all. efoodsdirect.com. If you're going to pick something to stand for, be sure you have enough food to keep on standing. 800-409-5633. efoodsdirect.com. That's 800-409-5633.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
If you owe the IRS, you can't make the problem go away without professional help. But with the help of Dan Pilla, you can get your problem solved.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla, and I've been solving tax debt problems for 30 years, and I can help you too. We can stabilize IRS collection action and get your tax debt reduced, sometimes completely eliminated. And if you received a 1099 from a bank because of mortgage or other debt forgiveness, the vast majority of the time, I can show you how to completely erase it so you pay no taxes on what the IRS will consider to be taxable income. Call us for a free consultation to discuss the many possibilities. Call 1-800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NOTAX. Or go to my website at taxhelponline.com.
Dan Pilla has been protecting taxpayers from the IRS for 3 decades, and he can help you. Call us today, 800-346-6829. That's 800-34-NO-TAX.
You know about a few final sponsors before we end the main transmission, and we'll go to internet only at prisonplanet.tv. And for the tens of thousands of people listening on the free streams at Infowars.com. We are number one on Shoutcast now, basically all the time. Radio, music, talk, number one, period. And all of our streams don't even register on there. We're trying to figure out how to make them all show up. But really exciting, and don't forget that we have free podcast. Go to the Alex Jones Radio Show link at the top of Infowars.com. There at the top tab by the home and news and multimedia links, Prison Planet forum links, shop links. You can click on Alex Jones Radio Show and subscribe to the free daily podcast for the 4 hours that's served out at the end of the show. We'll go back to Steve at stevequayle.com, spelled Quayle, in just a moment, and take calls from the Genesis board. Nathan, Leo, Bill, Dominic, JD. A few of those guys we need to call our 1-800 number if we don't get to them so they can, at least be on the other phone system where everybody else is holding over there for Steve Quayle. I want to tell you about two sponsors first, though, before we go back to your calls. One of them is a Cola Blue, the best atmospheric water generator out there. Just a fabulous system with 7 internal filters, a computer system, a great digital readout, 7.5 gallons a day, 7 filters including reverse osmosis and carbon, simple to use, no chemicals, pollutants, or toxins, neutral pH, own your own source of clean drinking water right out of the air. EcoloBlue.com, ECOLO Blue.com, ECOLO Blue.com, or 800-691-6043, 1-800-691-6043. And last but not least, don't forget Max, the Orange Home Gang Gorilla, on Infowars.com. There is a banner link to him at Infowars.com. Let me tell you a little bit about one of the great sponsors. Again, HomeGain, HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Find out how much your house is worth. It's instant. It's